Hello all, Brian here from Substance TV. I wanted to do this quick little video to give you guys some last minute gift ideas. These are gifts that I'm actually giving to my son, who's 3 years old and will be turning 4. So these gifts are perfect for your children if you've got them and they're really young, if you've got nieces or nephews, if you've got younger brothers and sisters, or if you've got friends who are just kids at heart. These are perfect gifts that are not only easy to do, but cheap. So here's the first idea. Now I know you guys have that box of figures in your basement or in your attic. You know, the toy figures you never play with, that you always say you're going to get out and play with, but you never do. And for the last 20 years they've been stuck up there doing nothing. Well, here's a solution for all of that, plus an awesome Christmas gift. Here's my friend Michelangelo. Say hello, Michelangelo. Okay, he can't say hi because he's a figure. Beside the point. But see, this is one of the figures I played with growing up. It was Ninja Turtles. I was huge into it when I was a kid. And of course, as I said, it's been sitting in my garage now for the past year or two. And it was then before then sitting in my parents' basement for the last 15, 20 years. So I just wasn't doing anything with them. So I'm actually going to be giving these to my son for Christmas. And tip though, before you get these ready to give, get yourself like a sink full or a bath full of water, really shallow, and just kind of like a half a cup of bleach. Put it in there, throw these figures in there, get them all nice and washy, just to get off any of the dust and junk that's on there because, well, kids and even adults like to put these in their mouths, and you don't want to get anybody sick from some nasty plastic germs. So throw it in there for like 5 minutes, doesn't take that long. Get them out, put them on a towel, let them dry out overnight, and then you got your Turtles figures good to go, or whatever you like. For instance, here I've got Mike, like I said, and then I've got Super Shredder, and then we got Casey Jones. Okay, so I got 3 figures here, and I didn't want to just give them to him just kind of like mangled and wrapped up in wrapping paper. I wanted to kind of put it in something he could open up. So I went to Walmart and bought myself this really cheap, like 48-cent box. I mean, not that expensive, not that big, and I'm going to throw the figures in here. So I'm going to throw a few in here, about, 2 or 3 in each. That way you can kind of economize and you're not having like one figure per box and you have hundreds of boxes. And then you just close it up, wrap this baby up, and you got an easy, cheap gift that not only passes down your memories, but it's also just kind of a great thing to give off to somebody else that might enjoy it. So there's that. And going along with the Turtles, or if you enjoyed He-Man or Transformers, I would totally advise you to get them the accompanying DVD that comes with it. For me it's Turtles, for you it's Transformers. Lots of these are super cheap. Like this, Turtles, is like $9 new. I know you can find it used for $5 or even cheaper. So this is a way for my son especially to watch the cartoon, ties it into the figures he's playing with, and again, just a cheap, easy, simple way to add another little gift on top. So another gift to add to it. Now, as far as gaming goes, my son in particular has played a few games with me. He's watched me. He's not really to the age where he's super advanced in gaming, but I wanted to get him something. Now, you're going to have a lot of people that are going to want to buy your kids or nieces, nephews, whoever, those VTech or whatever learning pads and V-Smiles and all that other crap. I honestly could care less about those. I mean, it's great, they're learning tools, but if I want to get my kid gaming, I'm going to get them gaming. That, and they're really expensive. They're like $80 for this really cheesy, essentially Game Boy-esque quality kind of graphics. It's not really amazing. I mean, you're paying really a lot for the licenses of the characters that are in the games. So I was thinking of an idea of something to get for my son that he could play, and well, I came up with this. A Game Boy Pocket. That's right. Game Boy Pocket. Bought this at a pawn shop for $10. I know you can get these on eBay for super cheap as well. I went with the Game Boy Pocket instead of the original Game Boy, just because it is a little smaller. I mean, I love the original Game Boy, but it is a little bit cumbersome. So this is a way for him to enjoy something I enjoyed growing up, as well as it's super cheap. It runs on AAA batteries, which run forever. I know some of you are going to say, like, why didn't you get a backlit? Why didn't you get him like a Game Boy Advance SP with a backlit screen? Well, those are expensive, and also this guarantees no bedtime playing. He's got to play this out in the light. And since it's so cheap, if he drops this or throws it down, I'm not going to be worried about it. You know, if I got him one of those VTech V-Smiles or a PSP or a DS, I'm going to be worried about it like every 5 seconds if he drops it. But you got to have games to go with this. So what games go great with this? Well, let me tell you. Get yourself the classic Tetris. Amazing game, great game, and especially for my son who's really young, a great way for him to get introduced into gaming and try to learn some of the finer aspects of it. And if he advances and just becomes the gaming man, I've also got Donkey Kong. A little more advanced than Tetris, but something I think he can still enjoy and goes along with it. So, of course, got myself another 48-cent box. Throw the Game Boy, the game, and the other game in here. Might want to put some padding in here just so it doesn't rustle around too much. Put it in a box, wrap it up, and again, you got yourself a really easy, cheap, and awesome gift that you can give to those who, well, you love this Christmas. So I hope this has been helpful. I hope this is maybe giving you some ideas of using old things you've gotten. And of course, these are not the only ideas. If you've got some other old stuff that you remember having growing up, it's a great way to pass down those memories and also do it on the cheap. Merry Christmas, everybody, and I hope you have a Happy New Year. See ya.